which means a 10,000-pound elephant will eat 100 to 300 pounds of food daily. Our herd produces over a ton of poop each day. Golly, that's a lot of poop.
Typically, the start of our day is really gathering all the information that we need, whether we are looking at our online record systems, our emails. Once we have all of our information gathered, we're going to start gathering up all of our supplies, our diets, any tools or equipment that we may need for our day. But once everything is loaded up and we've got a plan for the day, we head out to service the exhibits, and that's where we find the poop.
As a zookeeper, we have a lot of responsibilities here. We train our animals, we enrich them, but picking up poop, that's one of our main duties here at the zoo. Throughout the day, especially here at Elephants, we're scooping poop all the time. It starts at 8:30 every day. Sorry, I can't help myself. Poop jokes are not my favorite, but they are a solid number 2.
There are so many amazing facts about poop that most people don't realize. Probably some of my favorites are that okapi calves do not poop for sometimes the first 6 to 10 weeks of life. And the reason for that is they're using all the nutrients from their mother's milk. And it's also a way for moms to hide them from predators until they are older and bigger and stronger to be able to run away from those predators.
So out in their natural habitat, elephants will eat plants that have seeds in them. And because they only digest about 45% of their food, those seeds pass through very easily. When they poop, they're actually helping create more habitat out in the wild.
My favorite fact about the area that I work in is most birds, for the first several weeks of their life, actually poop in a membrane sac called a fecal sac. And that is for several reasons. Number one, baby birds at birth are not ready to fly off. So that is to help the parents in getting the poop out of the nest, because that's where the babies primarily live. And the other, similar to an okapi fact, is that they don't want predators to be able to find their chicks because they're, of course, smaller and more vulnerable. So getting rid of the poop is a parent's way to protect the chick.
Black bears, depending on the season, their poop can actually change color. So in the spring, when they're eating a lot of grasses, their poop will turn green. But then around summer and fall, their poop will actually turn more of a brown because they're having more of a mixed diet. Hippos, when they poop, they'll actually fling their tail and fling their poop up to 32 feet to establish their territory.
In the animal kingdom, you've got everything from little tiny insects up to great big things like your megafauna, like elephants. And so the poop that they produce also varies in size. What that means is there are many different ways that we scoop it up.
Here at Elephants, there's 2 main tools that we use to scoop poop. One is a shovel, and the other is a pitchfork. So when we're out on habitat, we're using our shovels, but out here in the sand, we're actually using pitchforks, so that way we can actually conserve our sand. Because if we use shovels, then we're gonna pick up more of a load than we already have.
Something I learned just fairly recently was that our ectotherms team, when they are picking up their poop, it's kind of, they have some very intricately designed exhibits, and so they have to, of course, do things from a safe manner. If it's a venomous exhibit, they're going to pull the venomous snakes out of it, and they have to be very cautious as to how they're picking it up because the exhibits can't always be so easily reconstructed. One of the ways that our ectotherms team picks up their poop is they actually have a stick with a spoon drilled into it, and they can reach into the exhibit and use that to pick up the snake's poop, which I think is a very cool thing.
A lot of people do ask us what we do with our poop. Each day we're dumping it into a big metal dumpster that's about 4.5 foot high to about 30 feet in length. And we actually fill that dumpster about every 3 days or so. And we have a contractor come out and they pick it up for us, and they actually use that for organic fertilizing.
So, poop and conservation, they really do go hand in hand. I think every zookeeper worthy of the name has a bevy of poop jokes at their disposal at all times, ready to go. But poop is more important than that. It's about more than just a giggle, or honestly, even the overall health and well-being of our animals. Poop serves an essential role in conservation. Here at the Sedgwick County Zoo, we are very proud to be a managing partner in the Center for Conservation at Punta San Juan, which is in Marcona off the coast of Peru. This reserve actually carries the breeding ground for many different species, humboldt penguins, Inca terns, Guanay cormorants, and fur seals, just to name a few. And the way poop comes into play is as these animals make this area their home for either certain times or all throughout the year, as they deposit their poop and it builds up over time, it creates a perfect spot for penguins and other birds to not only make their nests, but to lay and incubate their eggs and to hatch and raise their young. However, poop is also a very vital economic resource to the area. If the poop is allowed to be harvested in an unmonitored and uncontrolled fashion, then it's going to greatly reduce the space these animals have to do their breeding, and of course it causes other environmental difficulties as well. So at SCZ, we are very fortunate to be good stewards of our planet by not only providing financial assistance in the form of annual donations, but we also provide logistical support by sending down other resources to help these monitored harvests as well as other population management strategies. Without the support of our community, we would not be able to do that because after all, healthy poop leads to a healthy environment, which leads to the ultimate goal of having healthy animal populations.